Staff from Minnesota. Just wanted to hop on and say hello, and I hope everyone is doing well wherever you are. And just wanted to hop on to say learning is very rewarding, and I enjoy learning, and I learn every day. Um, the importance of learning is to realize that when you learn something, you can always use that in daily life. And I found myself, realizing that as I was, throughout the years, and any of you have, um, the understanding of what learning means, and once you learn something like I have, you will always hold on to that lesson that you learned. Um, and so, when I was doing the culinary arts, I learned different ways of cooking, from pantry foods to baking, um, uh, stovetop cooking, and so when I took that culinary course at the Technical College in Minneapolis, it was a um, life lesson, for my everyday life, and it's extremely important to have that. You can't learn everything in a book, and I found myself learning more hands-on. So I was luckily I was able to land a scholarship for when I was in high school. And with that scholarship, I went ahead and took culinary arts. I'm glad I did, and I'm able to cook different foods. I know about different styles of cooking. You got the baking, you've got frying, um, making salads, and just so much that's involved with cooking. So I learned once I learned the like the basics with culinary arts, like measuring of the foods, and cleanliness with cooking. It was I learned better doing hands-on. I found myself once I got established in with the culinary arts. I started off with pantry foods, like with baking, baking goods, baking foods, things like that. And it was like actual kitchen. You had different stations. So we were given a recipe, that what we could choose, and I chose like baking bread. So I had to learn, what I was taught, before I started in the kitchen with the lessons in the classroom with measurements and what have you, and how to measure and what types of ingredients to use. So everything is also math related. So with the measurements, you had to have a certain amount of milk or seasoning. If you didn't have measure it correctly, it would ruin the entire the recipe. So it was important to pay attention to the lesson that was being taught in the classroom. And then once after that was done, I was able to use the hands-on experience you in the lab in the cooking lab. So that helped me find my niche, and it helped because it's a life lesson. It's an important lesson to learn is cooking. I also, am blessed that I had instructors who cared enough to have patience in explaining how to go about making different types of recipes, and utilizing my skills in the classroom and what I've learned, by making the different recipes. Like I made, banana bread. I had to measure my ingredients: flour, eggs, and with the bananas. So the mixing is important. You want to make sure you mix everything properly, and you have your other ingredients like baking soda and baking powder. You want to make sure the temperature of the oven is accurate. You want to put oil in your pan to make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom when making banana bread. So everything is mathematical. There's math involved and measurements. Um, and you can't guess at the recipe. You have to go by the recipe and be exact, because one ingredient off, it will just ruin the recipe and what you're cooking. So now I have I'm learning. I've learned about cooking using an air fryer. It's a lot cheaper. There's no oil. You don't have to use an oven. It's a box that's using a convection oven, and so it's like heat, forced heat being used for cooking, and at a faster pace. If you're cooking warming pizza, or you're making salmon, fish, chicken wings, the air fryer is the best way to go. You don't have to worry about using an oven or like checking the meat. You have the air fryer, where when you prepare your meal, if it's like chicken, you prep your chicken, and then season it, and then put it in at like 360 degrees, and you bake it for half the time that you would do in an oven. So it's very useful. It's fast. It's clean, and it's the new way of cooking meals at home. There's not much cleanup involved, and that's the best thing. And so they have like different air frying foods that you can use in an air fryer. So if you ever get a chance, try that. If you have an air fryer, by all means use it to try all types of foods, vegetables, cooking vegetables in the air fryer, and making cakes in the air fryer, cookies, bread. So, and I'm able to, have a meal, that's nutritious and healthy, and I don't have to worry about too much about as far as buying a lot of ingredients. So you don't use that much with using an air fryer when preparing your foods, and so. But yeah, guys, it's very beneficial to have an air fryer. That's the thing now. It's because when you have a big busy family, you don't might not have time to cook a full meal, and so. But yeah, guys. So I hope everyone is having a good day or good evening, and I will see you on the next live. Take care. Bye bye.